All right, good Monday morning. Hello, everybody in Life Wave and Live Younger community. I love you all. I'm so happy to see your beautiful faces. It is Monday, September the 9th, 2024, and we are here to celebrate and share our wonderful stories about LifeWave. We are not only the fastest growing network marketing company in the world, but I believe the most heart-centered company, and we have the most amazing heart-centered servant leaders with Gregory and Robin Mascari. And we gather every week on Monday mornings to share our experiences with the patches. So this is your chance to get out there, to be bold and brave and come out and tell us what's been happening with you, because we all want to hear, because your stories are helping so many people. Okay, so you may be shy, but you may have a story that someone needs to hear. So how we work this is you're going to raise your hand at the bottom of the screen. There's a raise hand button, and get those hands up early, because what happens is usually people start putting their hands up toward the end and we run out of time. So the first 15 minutes is devoted to the X39, which we call the star of the show, because it is. The X39 does so much. And I myself did only the X39 for 90 days. I believe Robin and Gregory were the same, and most of us were the same. So we want to start with the X39 stories at the beginning for 15 minutes, and then we can move into the other patches. And remember, we only say symptoms, okay? We don't name diseases. We talk symptoms only. How did you feel before? Which patch did you use? And how do you feel now? So, oh, and then the other thing is, let's keep it to 30 seconds to a minute, okay? Because there's usually a lot of people that want to share. And sometimes, we just we forget that there's other people that also have stories. So let's try and keep it to under a minute. And we're going to start with Jonathan and then Adele. All right, Jonathan.
Oh, thank you so much. Wow, he caught me. So real quick, guys, we have 20 years, okay? It doesn't matter how long we've been involved with LifeWave. We have 20 years of proof that this photo biomodulation these patches work. 20 years. Me, yesterday, I went and played from 8 to 10, I played 5 games of half-court basketball with guys younger than me. That's great. Right after that, I went out and started working at the church's, maintaining the yard at the church. Then after that, I went and passed out, I gave a needy woman some groceries. But the point is, I could not have done that 5 years before I was introduced to X39. I could not have done that. If I had played 2 games of basketball, I would have been home moaning and groaning. So the evidence is here. Thank you so much.
There it is. Look at that big smile on that guy that's getting younger every week I see him. All right. Thanks, Jonathan. Great way to start. All right, Adele.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, dear.
I wanted to give an update on my mother because a lot of you were on this call a year ago when she turned 100, and she had spent the last day in her 90s, the day before she turned 100, on the golf course with my sister, riding around the golf cart, 9 holes. And she turned 101 on the 2nd of September. I wasn't there. I'm not in the States, so I didn't see her. Although my sister had a fabulous time with her and sent another picture of her on the golf cart. At 101. She's not playing, but she's giving a lot of golf advice. So and that's just X39 on the back of her neck every day for just over 2 years now. She didn't know who I was or who any of us were for 3 years. And she knows when we talk, she knows who I am. I surprised her last year with a visit and popped in, and she woke up and said, "I didn't know you were coming, Adele," which she would have totally oblivious to any of that before that. So very exciting.
Very, very. Thank you, darling. Where are you now?
I'm in Bosnia still for just a little
world
longer.
Traveler. You can do this business from anywhere, you guys. One of the things I love about network marketing. Yay!
It
And
works
oh,
great.
to the hosts, I want to ask, please don't lower the person's hand until they're done speaking, because I can't, they move around the screen. It's like when their hand is up, they're right there and I can look at them, and then they're suddenly moved. So leave your hand up until you're done speaking. All right, Diane, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I have a wonderful share this morning. A customer turned brand partner called me to tell me she was in tears with joy. She had a very, very serious esophageal condition, which leads to something very bad. And there is no help for it in the medical, the allopathic Western medicine community. There's nothing that can be done, and it is completely gone. She's been patching since October of last year, and so not quite a year, and that condition is just gone, and she's just ecstatic and overwhelmed with joy.
Oh, Diane, I have goosebumps. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine what that condition was, and to have complete turnaround in less than a year.
Yes.
Wow. Well, as Karen O'Neill says, it sounds like a miracle, but it's science, you guys. We have so many clinical studies. I love sharing the clinical studies with people that have any skepticism at all. Or if people say, I think it's a placebo. And then I say, well, what about the animals? Well, yeah, that's true. Animals don't have a placebo effect. So there's lots of animal stories. Okay, thank you, Diane. That was beautiful. All right. I don't see any other hands up.
Michelle, it's Sarah. I
Sarah.
can't put up my hand. I don't know why, but may I speak?
Of course. I'm so happy you're here. Yes,
I'm
please.
so happy to see you too and see everyone. I recently stepped down from something and did a bad movement with my knee and was in excruciating pain. And I got through 1 or 2 days with wearing the patches in the usual way, and I just put IceWave on, and it reduced the pain somewhat. But then suddenly I remembered that someone had said, probably Dr. Tom, put them in a triangle around the pain. And I did. I moved my X39, my X49, and my glutathione, and I made a triangle around my knee, and the pain just went. And it's been better ever since. So I just wanted to share that.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. So good to hear from you.
Yes.
All right. We have Sunwolf. I got confused because Sunwolf and Sun Shower. Okay, he's got.
Oh, right, here we are.
Must be a
Sarah,
Sun Shower.
it was great to hear your voice, Sarah. Love to hear always
Yeah.
different things that happen to people. So first of all, I have a trifecta, but I'm just going to go with 2, okay? Because I want to honor the minute. I've had floaters for years, pretty big ones. I'm so amazed that I get up in the morning and go, where are my floaters? X39, carnosine, I wear an eye mask. It's quite extraordinary what happened. It's just, the body's a miracle. It just needs an opportunity. So that's a big deal for me. I had a severe knee infection close to the bone. It was very serious. I put the X39 right on the knee. The wound specialist looks at me and says, sir, I'm so thrilled for you. Excuse me, what planet do you come from? So I told her I come from Sirius. Anyway, that was phenomenal, and I'm gonna do the trifecta. I had a wart on my thumb for decades, gone. I think the key thing is, folks, is consistency. Consistency. The
Yes.
body knows when what to do, when to do it. We just need to be patient and get out of the way.
And Sunwolf, how long have you been using the patches?
For several years. I think 5 years. I think Gregory was more precise.
I met you in January of 2020 in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Remember?
Yes.
So,
I remember. You have so much sunshine.
ah,
I just adore you, Michelle. Look at
I
you.
adore you too.
Yeah, great to be here.
Thanks, Sunwolf. Okay, Jackie and then Norma.
Hello.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi. I'm trying to find the button on my phone. Hi. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to share, I used the X39 on my mom who had um, memory issues and was really disappearing from me. And from the moment that I got her to try it, of course, she's like, "What's that on my back?" And you kind of, kind of just pat the back and nothing. But she literally like came back to me and would my brother came over with his kids and she got up and gave him a hug and then she said to me, she's like, "Okay, well, reorganize the chairs, like we have company." And I'm like, all right. So I'm so grateful for these patches, and also I use them for myself, but in obviously help with energy and focus and everything. But I'm so grateful. My mom is no longer with me. However, I had such a magical last few years with her, and other people in the family got to experience that. So I'm just so very grateful.
Ah, beautiful. Jackie, did you tell us specifically the patches? Did you just use X39?
X39, yeah. And then I use Ice Wave as well, on her feet for sleeping. Of course, I've used Silent Night and yeah, all of the things. But yeah, that it was X39 that I was using on my mom. Yeah,
And that's what brought her back.
absolutely.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jackie. Nice
Thank
to see
you.
you. I don't think I've seen you before.
No, I don't come on regularly, but I am
Wow.
going to the event in Dallas, so I'm super excited
Yay.
about that. Yeah,
Wonderful. All right. Wonderful.
thank you.
Okay, Norma and then Carol Lynn.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Appreciate that. First of all, I have been on the patches for a couple years, but several good, excellent things have happened. At the beginning, I had childhood depression and anxiety in groups that were really bad. And within a week, these things got better, which is just amazing. And my eyesight has improved. My hearing has not declined, while many of my friends have. I'm 76 years old, and this is excellent. And so much has changed for the better, but importantly, my blood work, when I went to the doctor the last couple years, he has not admitted anything too much other than things are looking good. So I appreciate that too. But if you would allow me to, I'd like to ask a question.
Sure.
There is someone that has been using the X39, and that's what I've been using, X39 and Eon for the past couple years. But this person is in her early 80s, and she has had night sweats, fatigue, some thirst, hot flashes, constant urinating, etc., which we all know kind of what that leads to. And it's a chronic condition now, from what I understand. So she's been using X39. I told her to kind of put it over the bladder area, but she's not getting the results. So she asked me to ask this morning if there's any doctors that could give their thoughts on it. What else can she use for patches?
I know Dr. Tom's on the line. I have an idea and I would love him to weigh in as well. SP6, which is one of Dr. Tom's favorites, because of the hot flashes and you said she's using X39 and Eon. Is that right?
No, just I'm using X39 and Eon, but she has just committed to the X39 alone.
Okay.
And she talked to me this morning, and I told her she probably need to have the Eon on board. For
Let's
sure.
have Dr. Tom. Dr. Tom, would you like to speak?
Sure thing. And Michelle, you are radiant. Happy day.
Thank you.
I'll mix it with a testimony too, because we had a gentleman with urinary issues that unfortunately many men go through, and the medical establishment calls that normal. You can put SP6 right on the perineum, right behind the scrotum, or in this case, right behind the right in front of the anus, and triangulate that with energy enhancer at the front bony pelvis. And this gentleman loved alternating energy enhancer and ice wave at his front bony pelvis. The 10 on the left, went on right. And SP6, and if you really want the bonus, you can put an Eon right on the perineum as well. That's a nice one. And men don't have to age the way they used to. And by the way, I loved Jackie's language about her mama disappearing from her. What a powerful story. Yeah. And so many of us have had people disappearing, and we get to help people reappear. It's just a blessing.
It is so beautiful. Dr. Tom, when you say apply to the perineum, would it be okay? And I know the answer. I just want you to say it. A person can also apply it to their underwear, right? If it's a sensitive area and there's hair there and they don't want to pull it off, they can apply it to the underwear. It does the same thing, correct?
That's right. Yes.
Correct.
You can put it on the underwear for that. Tell your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, Norma?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, Carol Lynn and then Sunny.
Good morning, Love Tribe. Happy birthday, Michelle. I have an X3949 story. I tripped on a piece of metal sticking out of a frigging sidewalk 3 weeks ago, Saturday. And this is what it looked like. Can you see that okay?
I'm gonna paint them and put them in my garden.
Someone needs to be muted. I'm not sure who. Is that your hand?
Yes, that's my hand.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow.
I fell on, I just did a cartoon implant from tripping so suddenly. And I immediately took the X39 off and put it on my cheek where I fell. And I had energy enhancer, so I put it on the palm of my hand. And when I got to the restaurant where we were walking, I put the other patch that you can see on the left. That
Wow.
is an energy enhancer patch. And so the one on the top right, the horrible looking one, that was 5 days later. And then the one on the bottom is 10 days later.
Wow.
So now it's
Oh
completely fine.
Carolyn,
And
that's beautiful.
I just want to praise consistency also, because I've been wearing the patches every single day for 2 years. And I also have low bone density. So the fact that I had no fractures, I had 2 x-rays taken of my hands and then of my rib, nothing was broken, and I weigh less than 115 pounds. So the fact that I didn't break anything is pretty much a miracle to me.
That is very unusual. Yes.
Especially for low
Unless you're
bone
wearing-
density.
Yes. Yes.
And I just had lab results back from my pap smear, and for the last many years, it's been coming back abnormal and another part negative. And 2 years in a row, it's been normal and negative. So yes.
Thank you, Carolyn. Beautiful. All right, Sunny.
Hello, good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. Happy Monday. Gosh, this is my 1 year anniversary with LifeWave, and I've been wearing X39 and X49 pretty consistently for a year. And I've collected a lot of stories to tell, and I've got one to share this morning, but it's not about me or any of my friends. It's about my fur baby, my cat. And I think we can, the pet lovers in here can hopefully relate to this one. But the other day we came in, and my cat's right paw was like 2 times bigger than his left paw. And we felt around and we thought, well, did he sprain it? You can get inflammation when you sprain or break your foot. But there was a little bump. And so we figured he might have gotten a bite or a sting. So he was limping around, and he's just a year old. and he's really favoring not standing on that one leg. It was really obvious he was in pain. And shortly thereafter, we put an X39 on his collar, and he just chilled out after that. He was just laying around, and it must have been like 3 or 4 hours later, he's just running around as normal again, as if the pain or the swelling didn't even faze him. So that's a good sign that just how quickly that works, and really how sensitive our pets are too. So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
it. Thank you.
I love the fur baby story. Thank you, Sunny. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. We have several hands up, which is awesome. And I'm going to ask you guys to please limit to less than 1 minute, okay? Because we're getting to the bottom of the hour. Okay, Jana.
Did you see the Trumpster sign?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, yes.
Good.
Go ahead, Jana.
So, a number of years ago, I had a hip replacement, and I got an idea to take my sleep mask that had the YH on it, the carnosine, glutathione, and Eon, and LifeWave X39. On the area on the sleep mask, and then put it on an area that was in pain after the surgery, because pain moves around after the surgery. It's not just one place. And it worked great. So I have a friend who just had a hip replacement, and she was still in pain. And I said, you got to try this. And I put it on her sleep mask, and she wrote me the next morning, and she said, all the pain is gone. I had no pain last night. So for those of you who have wandering pains or a situation with wandering pains, put it on a sock or a sleep mask and move it around to wherever it hurts, especially at night when you're in bed.
That's beautiful, Jana. Now, just to be clear, you're putting the patches on the sock or the sleep mask, and then you just grab it off your nightstand or whatever and put it on the part of the body that hurts
Right.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you can lie on it, you can drape it over your hip or over your knee or whatever. And it's like a miracle. I've also used it when I've had tooth pain. So just
great idea. Great idea. And you said it's X39, Eon, and glutathione?
And carnosine.
And carnosine. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Donna. All right, Roger and Orla. Hi, welcome.
Good morning. I'm still waiting for things to happen. I've been on the patches almost, this is my year month, this September. So anyway, but I'm having some things happen. I had a spot about the size of a diamond behind my leg. I don't know where it came from, but it was gray and had a crusty top on it. Every once in a while I think I'll put something on it. I put something on it, but it still stays. I noticed it's gone. And well, I got to see about the last day because it was just a little speck left. It's gone now too. And on my arm, I've had one for several years. It got really big at one point and then got smaller, but it's always been there and it's gone too. So that's great. So
you got disappearing spots. We like that.
Right. It's not doing what I think it should do, but it's still working, I know. So,
good point.
So anyway, it's going to be exciting to see something happen soon.
Well, Orla, things are definitely happening, my dear. You know, I mean, we can't tell all those little things that are going on inside the body. And Dr. Barbara Jennings, who's a chiropractor, said that only 10% of our nerves are we aware of. 90% of our nervous system is like unconscious. So there could be things going on with your stomach, your liver, your heart, you know, that you're just not aware of.
Oh, so I have an appointment with my heart doctor. And he keeps changing it. And I think it's because the Lord's waiting for it to work before he sees me again.
All right.
So it's interesting to see.
Thank you, Orla. Thank you. All right, Mara Ava, and then Lavelle, and then we'll be, oh, there's one more, and then Myrna, and then we're going to finish with Myrna. All right, Mara Ava.
Hi, I'm going to try to keep this very succinct. 4 weeks ago, I have a tile floor. And I had a glass of water. I fell on the water. The glass of water dropped. I fell on it because the water landed on the tile. I fell and cut my neck open wide, 5 layers, major trauma. My head, I was not unconscious. I called a friend. I was bleeding out. If I was unconscious, I wouldn't be here. Ambulance came. I live a mile from the hospital. They called the trauma unit, went into major surgery. Like I said, 5 layers and 27 stitches later. And then they put 6 stitches in my fingers. And it looked like a blood massacre at my house. General anesthesia, the whole thing. The next day when I woke up, the surgeon said that, you know, I could go home. They were going to take the stitches out the next week. Long and short of it, this has been 4 weeks and I went back. I've been doing, I couldn't do any patches on my neck. Oh, I also got 2 blood transfusions because of the amount of blood I lost.
My
Yeah, it was bad, really bad. I shouldn't even be here right now. Basically, the surgeon
well,
said
you're supposed to still be here. That's why you are. So
yes, exactly. It's not my time. A quarter
Not your
inch over, it would have hit my jugular, and that would have been the end of me, even beyond that. 4 weeks later, I I've been doing, so when the stitches came out, I did X39, I did Eon. I don't know if you can see on my neck, I have X39 Eon, and I did Ice Wave because I was in extreme pain and I don't do medications. With that said, he told me the scar would be there for a year, and I went last week and he couldn't believe how much the scar has, you know, the scar is still there for sure. But there was a hematoma that has decreased, which is a big like blood clot. And he couldn't believe how much the scar has subsided and how it looks. And he told me it would take a whole entire year for the scar to go. And then where they put the 2 for the blood transfusions, you could barely even see that anymore. So all I can say, it's a miracle. It wasn't my time. I was in extreme pain, but I'm not in any pain anymore. It's just more stiff. But all I can say is patches, patches, patches. And I have my 40th class reunion coming up for high school at the end of this month. And I'm just so glad the scar is there, but most of my friends and family said you can barely even see it anymore. And when he told me a whole year when I went last week, he can't believe it. And he said, "What are you doing?" And I told him, and he was just like, "Keep doing it."
I'm very moved by that story. Wow. You have angels and patches, both. We got a great duo.
Trauma, but all I can say is I am just blessed by this company, by the support. I could cry. It's not my time.
Thank you, Mar-Eva. We're so glad you're here with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, 2 more shares. Let's keep them to a minute or less. Lavelle, go ahead.
Hey, Michelle, it is a miracle because I was on insulin. Well, I was on Ozempic for blood sugar. And since Dr. Ackland really said, SB6, and I wake up every morning and my sugars are in the low hundreds or even lower. And they were over 200.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And I'm off of Ozempic. You can't believe it, but this stuff, it don't make sense, but it makes sense. It works. That's all I gotta say. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Michelle.
So happy to hear. Thanks, Lavelle. All right, Myrna, we'll end with you.
Great, thank you. My testimony is for my son. You know, I'm glad that he knows that we don't use medications, over-the-counter medications at home. One morning, on Saturday, he just knocked on my door and told me, "Mom, I need a patch." I said, "Why? What happened?" "I couldn't walk. My right foot is swollen And what do I do? What patch can I use? I said, okay, then I placed the X39 on the top of his right foot. And he was scheduled to drive like 3 hours on Saturday. And he said, oh my gosh, I won't be able to drive. And he was supposed to leave like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and he was able to drive. He said, this is really a miracle. And he had no pain ever since. And he was
And
able to
what
go
patch?
party.
What patch?
X39.
X39 only. There you go.
Only X39, and he is 30 years old. He doesn't believe on it, like using it every day. It's like his emergency medication.
Oh, that sounds like a 30-year-old. Yeah. Well, he'll get it.
Yeah.
You tell him that
Yeah.
he's losing stem cells by the day. Maybe he'll decide.
Yeah, he knows, but he's able to use it. But he said, okay, I'm still young. But he knows because he listens when in the living room when I'm on webinars with IceWave, with LifeWave. He listens, he hears it, so it will come out. He'll
Yes,
be able
it
to
will.
use it
Yes,
every
it
day.
will. He has
Thank
you
you.
for a mom. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Wow. What a great call. Thank you everyone for your shares. Oh my gosh, I'm so inspired. And this is one I'm going to be sharing for sure, the replay, which you can find at Live Younger YouTube. For all of you who don't know where that replays are found, that's liveyoungeryoutube.com. So I'm going to turn it over to Gregory. I don't know if our lovely Robin is with us, but
she's here, but I'll kind of
wrap up. Hi, Robin.
Great call. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, we love our Monday mornings together, our miracle call. To do, it is a miracle, and science is a miracle, isn't it?
Yes.
Life is a miracle. And so thanks everyone for joining in. And tonight, we'll have some more miracles, which is the miracle of success. People sharing LifeWave and, getting better health and greater wealth. And tonight we have a new director, Roxanne Houlihan, that's going to be on. She's part of Michael Jaco's team, worked closely with Michael. And she's just having amazing results with the products and with the business. And she'll be sharing some success tips. And we have a few other success tips that are going to come through and some other announcements that we'll be sharing with you tonight. So please join us tonight on liveyoungerzoom.com, not Live Younger Chat. These morning calls are on our chat line. The evening call is on our Zoom line, liveyoungerzoom.com at 7 o'clock Mountain. And happy birthday, Michelle. Happy birth week. Happy birth week.
Thank you. It's Thursday, but I take all the greetings right now. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have the patches. Yay.
So with that, everybody can unmute, say their farewells, and we'll talk to you on one of our next calls.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Happy
Michelle.
birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Michelle.
Birthday, Michelle.
Thank you, everyone. Have a
Michelle.
wonderful
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday.
Happy
You all.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Michelle.
Bye-bye.
Keep on patching, everybody.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Michelle.
birthday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye, everyone. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
Thank you, Gregory. Bye-bye.
Yeah.